Hi, today we'll be taking apart the Blackberry Q5. I have put links in the description below if you're looking for parts or tools to repair this phone. If you're looking to buy this phone or you want to check it out and see what the pricing is and specifications, they'll be linked in the description below as well. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take an opening tool and we're going to pry the battery door off. Generally, it's not really a battery door because these ones you cannot do a battery pull like every other Blackberry. So you gotta just work around and get the pins loose and then pop it off. First, let's turn it off though, of course. And then just work your way around it casually. You don't want to jam the tool in deep. You just want to go around the edges. You can also pop the SIM card and the memory card out if you have one in there. Okay, so here we have the inside of the Q5. We're going to need a T4 to take off these screws. 1, 2, 3, and there's one hidden under here, 4, and then 2 black ones at the bottom, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to fast forward this part. Now this houses the speaker and the antenna. We also have the headphone jack and side buttons and whatnot. Let's take a close-up of this. The battery connector's down here. We're gonna have to unplug it as soon as we can. There we go, it's unplugged. Okay, up here we have the, let's focus this a little bit here. Camera, the vibrator motor, charger port here on the side. Pretty basic. Okay, now we're gonna unplug the cables for the digitizer and the LCD. Okay, so to do that, you just carefully pry up the connectors here on the right. There's two, one little one and a longer one here. Okay. Then the two assemblies will just fall apart. The motherboard comes off and then you have here the screen assembly. The back of the LCD. Basically you have the keypad here, you can peel it off if you need to change it. It's just a plastic keys, it doesn't have the membrane on it. And if you're gonna buy the screen for this phone, I'd recommend getting this whole assembly. The LCD and the glass doesn't look very easy to separate. I haven't tried it yet. If you wanted to take the glass and LCD off, you'd have to heat it up and then you would push it out. Put that aside, here's the motherboard. So there's the keyboard membrane down there. We're gonna have to take the battery off. This is not easy to do. I'm gonna do it anyways, even though I don't recommend taking the battery off unless you're replacing the battery, because it's not easy to do on this phone. So just work around it gently, as gently as you can. It is going to bend a little bit, you can't avoid that. Just do your best not to jab the opener tool into the battery. Now, fortunately, the components underneath the battery are all covered with plates, with little metal plates, so it's pretty safe. Just bend the battery back into shape if you bent it a little bit. And that's the battery. It looks like an iPhone 3GS battery, but it's not. And here we have all the components. They're all underneath these plates. They're easy to pull off. And that's the LCD connector. We got the SIM card and memory card slot, charger port. Here we have the keyboard membrane again. Front camera and proximity sensor at the top. Okay, so let's put it back together now. So put the motherboard back in there and clamp in or plug in the two connectors for the screen. Then we can put the battery on. Make sure you line it up like it was. And you're probably gonna have to clamp it in at this point. You don't have to. You don't have to plug it in yet. It's probably safer not to until you have everything put together. The problem with this phone is that before you put this frame on, you have to plug it in. So okay, so now we have the frame in. Let's screw them back in. As you can see, the phone's turning on because I did plug the battery in. And we'll put all the screws back in. I'm also going to fast forward this part here. I had a little problem with one of the clips was not in properly, so I had to push it back in. So make sure everything's lined up nicely. And now we're going to clamp the back in. It just clips in. Just go around the edge, make sure it clips nicely. Nothing extra about it. Make sure everything's still working. It should be, of course, but just always make sure. And you can insert your SD card and your SIM card back in as soon as you're done. And look at me, I put it in the wrong place. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.